Breaking news on a Friday night. Jeff Sessions fires Andrew McCabe, the former FBI deputy director, just 2 days away from retiring. Here to discuss is Chris Whipple. He's the author of The Gatekeepers, How the White House Chiefs of Staff Define Every Presidency, and CNN presidential historian Douglas Brinkley. Good evening, gentlemen. So, Doug, the former FBI director, deputy director Andrew McCabe, fired after more than 20 years of service, by the way. Is there any comparison to Nixon's Saturday Night Massacre?
Yeah, I mean, this will be known as the Friday Night Slaughter. This was the very idea that Jeff Sessions hasn't released something to inform the public what this is. It's done in a kind of cloak of secrecy late at night in a bizarre fashion. The fact that he was about to have his pension and they couldn't let it go. It's something very cruel and sad that's occurred tonight. And I think our country now hopefully is going to wake up. I mean, Donald Trump is struggling for his life. He is paranoid. He felt that McCabe was too close to Comey, and he decided to get rid of anybody and anything and that's standing in his way of kind of survival mode right now. But I think we can say tonight that the Trump White House is at war with our FBI.
Well, speaking of that, because he isn't always, isn't he in a fight with Christopher Wray at times as well, his hand-picked director of the FBI?
Yeah. You know, every time we think we've hit rock bottom with this presidency, the bottom falls out and we sink to new depths. I mean, this was petty, it was vindictive, it had all the hallmarks of a political and personal vendetta, and it's vintage Donald Trump. But beyond that, I think what this shows is that more than a year into the Trump presidency, there are no grown-ups in the room. You know, this is not just on Donald Trump. It's obviously on Sessions. It's also on John Kelly. Kelly has failed time and again
members of Congress
to stand up to Trump when he has trashed constitutional norms, democratic institutions, attacked the FBI. Now this, and I think what it shows is that, you know, there are no grown-ups in the room, and nobody. It's a real failure on the part of Kelly and the people around the president.
McCabe released a statement tonight saying, in part, this. He says, I am being singled out and treated this way because of the role I played and the actions I took and the events I witnessed in the aftermath of the firing of James Comey. The release of this report was accelerated only after my testimony to the House Intelligence Committee revealed that I would corroborate former Director Comey's accounts of his discussions with the president. The OIG's focus on me and this report became a part of an unprecedented effort by the administration, driven by the president himself, to remove me from my position, destroy my reputation, and possibly strip me of my pension that I worked for 21 years to earn. Congressman Swalwell Douglas was on just before you. He said if you look at all of this, and considering what McCabe's statement was just then, the fix is in, and it sounds like that's what McCabe is saying as well. The fix is in.
Well, that's right, and you know, McCabe now has to become a real courage spokesperson about what's going on in America. I mean, it's absolutely unacceptable the way this has gone down this week, the way Donald Trump is taunting people, the way that he's humiliating ourselves internationally. We have Stormy Daniels' situation brewing. He's a president that's coming unglued. He's not right in personality or in thought or in action. And we did see that with Nixon when the pressure of Watergate came on, when Nixon would bark all sorts of odd orders to people and people didn't follow them. This time around, people followed them. And the person that let us down is Jeff Sessions. The Attorney General either needed to recuse himself, Don, or have not played into this political hit job that Donald Trump's just done on McCabe. And in FBI history, to have this happen, to a man of that distinguished caliber and to be treated in this shabby way, and the way Rex Tillerson was treated this week, it's something diabolical about it. And I hope more people are waking up to Donald Trump's total fear of the Mueller investigation.
Here's what the FBI Agents Association released a statement just moments ago, and I'll read this for you, Chris. And they're saying, basically, I'll just sum it up. It says, the FBI Agents Association in a statement tonight says, personnel decisions should never be politicized, and that the association is committed to ensuring its members are provided appropriate procedural protections here.
Yeah. Well, Doug is right. I mean, the fish rots from the head. And, everybody in the orbit of this president is ultimately sucked in and tarnished or destroyed. It happens to almost everyone. And I think that let's hope this is a turning point, and that people like Kelly and others will wake up and realize that we're in real danger here.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate both of your perspectives.